So, we start up with our Simply Mustangs UK club founder and president, Jason Kernock, from Malmesbury in Wiltshire. And he has his sterling grey Shelby and the most powerful Mustang in our parade. This is a US 2010 GT500 5.4 litre supercharged V8 convertible. In Jason's ownership, it's had just a few upgrades. It's got Ford racing suspension, stage 2 supercharger upgrade, new hood, 20-inch Shelby wheels, and for some reason 4 clutches. The car is currently pushing out a massive 650 brake horsepower. Let's hear it. It also does a really impressive 13 miles per gallon. Yeah, we talk about miles per gallon in Mustangs, not miles per gallon. Thank you very much, Jason. Next up, we have Rana Graham from Western Superman in her 6th generation Grabber Blue Mustang called Skittle. Rana is American, hence Rana Toy on the number plate. This is a standard US spec 2017 EcoBoost Fastback with a 4-cylinder 2.3 litre turbocharged engine, giving around 320 brake horsepower. Rana bought her car new and shipped it directly to the UK when she relocated from South Dakota in 2018. Give it a rev, Rana, and thank you very much. So the 6th generation Mustangs are the only ones that come in a left-hand drive and a right-hand drive. That was the left-hand drive. Next up, we have the beautiful Courtney Baker from Chard in Somerset with his 1st generation Mustang. This car is a 1965 coupe, originally from Minnesota, but imported from Colorado in 2011. Bought by Courtney in 2013, the car has had a total ground-up rebuild with many new parts. It now has a 347 cubic inch stroker engine, pushing 300 brake horsepower. For those who were at Yeovilton Air Show last week, this car was one of the star display cars, and it ended up in the US Air Force's Globemaster plane. They wanted to take it home. Next up, we have Ben Bolton from Gillingham in Dorset, shout out for Dorset, with his 2017 UK spec EcoBoost convertible in Grabber Blue. Ben has owned this car for 1 year now. It already has several mods, including a Roush axleback exhaust, cold air intake, and some beautiful cosmetic stripes. Ben is also in the Royal Navy, and I would like you to show your appreciation to Ben and all the other armed forces who are keeping our country safe at the moment. Thank you. Next up, we have Ben Johnson from Gloucester in his triple yellow 5 litre GT Fastback called the Wasp. The car produces 416 brake horsepower and has a few external upgrades, including Roush axlebacks, Mishimoto H-pipe exhaust system for a great sound, which you are hearing now. Come find the car later on the East Lawn, where it will have its bonnet up, showing a lovely customised paint job underneath. Thank you, Ben. Give it a rev and off you go. Next up, we have Kevin Friend from Kent with his 1969 Mustang Sports Roof. This car is 50 years old, guys, and was produced in the same year as the first moon landing. Powered by a 302 cubic inch Ford block engine, it gives a respectable 400 brake horsepower. It was originally imported from Idaho 4 years ago and has undergone an extensive restoration to get it where it is today. Despite many modern upgrades, it still proves to be a bit of a handful, but Kevin wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you, Kevin. Big rev, and off you go. only pit away from Burley in Hampshire with her 5th generation purple Mustang called Rocky. This is a 2005 4.6 litre GT Mustang convertible with a Vortex supercharger, giving it 457 brake horsepower. Fitted with a full Shelby body kit, Rocky was originally black with grey stripe, but Debbie had him painted her favourite colour, Cadbury's purple. Thank you very much, Debbie. Off you go. Next up we have Julie Felthauser with hubby James in her ruby red convertible. This is a UK spec 2017 5 litre GT. The car was bought with the inheritance from Julie's dad, from whom she also inherited a love of cars, and if anyone's seen her racing, a love of racing. In fact, he's probably sitting with her right now on this drive-in. Not too many mods on this one, apart from upgraded tyres to Michelin's and poly bushings for improved handling. Thank you very much, Julie, and off you go. Next up, we have Simon Leonard from Gloucester with his 2017 5 litre GT Fastback called the Raven. Originally a ruby red colour, it has a one-off Boss-inspired design wrap from Vanguard Vehicle Wrapping in satin black and glitter garnet red with gloss black accents, a ducktail spoiler, skirts and splitter. It sports a straight-through exhaust, as you can most definitely hear. Thank you, Simon. Rev off. Next up, we have Richard Bradley, our roving Mustang reporter from Stroud, with his 6th generation 2017 EcoBoost Fastback in race red. It has a 4-cylinder turbo engine, very similar to that of the Ford Focus RS, giving 320 brake horsepower. It's an economical alternative to the V8s, and it offers remarkable performance. This car is completely unmodified and has recently completed a tour of the entire coastline of the British Isles. Hence, roving reporter Richard. Thank you very much. Rev off. Next up, we have Paul Berry from Bristol with his gorgeous Legends Line 5th generation Mustang. This car is a 2005 4.6 litre Roush supercharged S197 with Roush cold air induction and engine remap. It also has MagnaFlow full exhaust, which bumps up the power to the rear wheels by another 10%. Thank you very much, Paul. Rev off. Next up, we have Chris Cox from Eastbourne with his grey 2017 5 litre GT. This car is running at over 500 brake horsepower with a full GT 350 exhaust and many other mods, including the beautiful Ford GT rear lights. They are completely unique. It also has a special number plate. As you can see, Eleanor, inspired by the Mustang Eleanor from the 1974 film Gone in 60 Seconds. Chris says that plate was an extravagance he just couldn't resist. He uses this car as an everyday, and it will continue to evolve. Its last mod was a Roush hood scoop that you can see very clearly there. Thank you very much indeed, Chris, and rev off. Next up is Pete Bridges from Taunton with his white 2007 GT with upgraded 4.6 litre 3-valve engine, producing 386 brake horsepower. What hasn't this one got? It's got JLT cold air intake, slightly larger throttle body, chrome long tube headers, no caps, a straight through 3-inch exhaust with MagnaFlow markers, adjustable coilover shocks, springs, 2-stage racing clutch, and high pressure oil pump. Let's just say a lot of mods. Pete loves most things in American, and he has owned various American cars since 1983. Thank you very much, Pete. Rev off. And finally, grey with his metallic grey S550 called Majesty, as named by